Hi, I'm Ann Marshall, and this short little video will give you an idea of some supplies and embellishments to use in our upcoming Joy Mixed Media Collage Greeting Card class. So let me switch my camera, and very importantly is you're going to want to have glue. I use the stick glue if I'm going to be using the sewing machine. And if you're not using a machine, then probably fabric fusion glue would be really good. And Eileen's is a nice brand. I can't get the shine off of that. I'm sorry about that. And of course, you want a good pair of scissors or rotary cutting blade. This is a cutting mat. And then you definitely want some kind of a measuring tool. In terms of embellishments, let's see what we have here. So here's a box. Remember, you're working small scale, and if you're going to be mailing it, you definitely want it to be flat. Here's some old jewelry, and I would end up taking these little beads off and putting one or two on. This is really nice and flat. See if I put it in here, if that works any better. Something like this is going to be too thick and really won't do justice to your piece. These are really nice. I think it came from an old belt, so that's really good. So that gives you an idea for that. Let's see, I have my beach stuff, and what do we have here? Should have opened up this box and gotten it ready for you, which I didn't. Some of this stuff is going to be too big, too thick. So like certainly this bead is too big. These are nice. They have a little hole in them, but you know, if it's run through a machine and you're mailing it, it will possibly crack under the machine. These are really great because they're nice and flat and have the hole and they're pretty sturdy. Here's some seahorses that I have. Some, I don't know, sea urchins. These are gonna make your mailing cost a little bit more. One of my most favorite things is pearl cotton. So it comes in a variety of colors and weight. Either double the thickness or use a thicker one. I love the pearl cotton. And let's see, I'm gonna see if I can change my camera a little bit here and just show you what I have. So I've got trim of flamingos. That's always good for stuff in Florida. I have some butterfly stuff that's too big. Beads are really good. You might need a certain needle, and again, you don't want the beads to be very thick. This all comes from the scrapbooking department, and these can really add a nice accent. I love anything with leaves. So here's a leaf trim and different types of leaves, especially if you're doing some kind of fall foliage. These things are really fun for maybe a more formal card like Christmas or wedding, to stick those. So these are just kind of pearl sprays. What's really wonderful are feathers. So they can go a long ways to making something extra special. This all came from the scrapbooking department. These like little curlicues would be fantastic. That's the right size. These little things, oh, I love putting these together. They've got the hole in the middle. And even these that have some kind of adhesive, and you can maybe stabilize it a little bit more. I'm just looking, oh, this is something that I really love. I think it was an old clip for hair, but I love those shears. And again, speaking of shears, I may not have any in here, but you can see this kind of stuff. And you know what else is good? I'm looking for, but I don't find it. Maybe opening up some of these drawers will give you an idea. I do like bling. So here's some Angelina fibers. If you don't know what they are, don't worry about it. But that just kind of gives you a little bit of an idea. This is, do want to show you this. Like this comes on a sheet of adhesive, so I'll cut off just a little bit of it, and that'll be a perfect little trim, or this kind of a thing. So it just peels off and then it's going to stick, and you can use your adhesive a little bit to make it sturdy. Oh, these are really neat little mirrors. Oh, they'd be fun, huh? So that's just a little kind of sneak peek. So if you end up going to a thrift store, that's a great place, or maybe your kids have stuff, or your neighbor or friends, or any kind of group that you might belong to. Again, you don't need much. You use whatever you have. I'm just kind of getting your creative juices flowing. So can't wait to see you soon.